CHITA Diaries. This is me trying to do like a mini short vlog. So I am having my hair colored today or dyed. Sorry if I look rough, like I am actually running late, but yeah, like I'm trying to rush there, but I just paused to get snacks because you know how it is being at a hair salon, you're there the whole day. But yeah, like I have virgin natural hair as they call it. I've been growing it out of my hair for about 4 years now, I think. I'll correct myself if I'm wrong. And I wanted to do honey blonde highlights. Hopefully it turns out okay. I'm going to Anthropology to have it done. And yeah, I won't probably film like the whole salon experience. I'll see. Maybe I will, maybe I won't, depending on whether I'll be allowed to. But yeah, I'm just really, really excited about it. And yeah, like I wanted just like a cute change with my hair, you know. I've been doing the whole natural hair thing for a while, and I just wanted, you know, to do something fresh, just, you know, to keep things interesting for myself. That is not like, you know, to appease anybody, but yeah, this is what my hair looks like. I've noticed that each time I like, yeah, like all my natural hair videos tend to be indoors, and yeah, like my actual hair color is like a it's brown, like bordering on auburn anyways. So I don't really have like black hair, and I wish I could show you, you know, under like the sun or something, like under natural lighting, like how light brown my hair actually is. But yeah, but this time I want, you know, to just enhance it and make sure that the color is, you know, actually very vibrant and visible. So yeah, I'll see you at the hair salon if I film. If not, I'll see you at the end with my final results. Yeah, so this is my before. I had asked for just a short clip of what my hair looks under natural lighting, but I didn't actually manage to get a good shot. Apologies for that, but this was the best that I could do at the time. And so yeah, when we began the process of applying the hair color, I wasn't sure if I was going to be allowed to film, but then my stylist or hair colorist, Esnart, was nice enough, and she was like, yeah, sure, you can do it. So please be mindful, like if you would want to film yourself, always ask, always be polite about it. If someone says no, just respect them. It's their craft and everything. So I'm really grateful to Esnad. I'm really, really grateful that she let me film this, because here we are and I have, you know, some footage for you. But what she was doing here was just applying the box dye. So we used the brand Inecto, and at some point later on in this video, I will show you the actual packaging. So I had requested highlights, and that's actually the booking that I made under Anthropology, which is the hair salon that I went to, like I had mentioned. And you know, like you just never know what you're going to get, and that's why it took me so long to even color my hair. Like I've been wanting to do this for a really, really long time, but I've seen so many people with botched jobs, and I'm not someone who's really good at DIY. Like I don't trust myself, but I decided to just give it a shot with Esnat at Anthropology, and I'm really glad with how things turned out, even though I'm getting ahead of myself in the video. But yeah, I requested for highlights, and I'm so glad she understood what I wanted. Like she understood the assignment, and the method that she used is a balayage method, or yeah, basically just giving me tips and leaving my roots to give it a sort of ombre effect, which is what I really, really wanted. So yeah, this is what we were doing, and we went in twice. So this is the first application of the color that we did. And yeah, we just did that for all of my hair. So once Esnat was done applying the first application of the hair color, I just sat, like I didn't put a plastic cup over it or anything. I just sat for I think about between 20 and 30 minutes. I'm so sorry, it's been over a month, but I think it was between 20 and 30 minutes, somewhere there, and this is what my hair was looking like. So we rinsed it out with just water. I do recall that with just water, and it wasn't hot, it was like room temperature. And then we went in with a blow dryer, just slightly, like I wasn't like, you know, like intensively blow drying my hair, but my hair just needed to be dry to go in for the second application. And this is what the processing was. After that first process, like, this is what my hair looked like in terms of the color. So it had lifted slightly. Yeah, and she was just going in with a towel to kind of blot whatever excess water was there. And then she went in with a blow dry. So she was very gentle. It was a very, very light type of blow, like it wasn't like excessive heat, if you catch my drift. Then once she was done with this blow drying, we then went in a second time with the hair color, which is what you will see in a bit. So yeah, this second time around, she just I think she concentrated on my roots, on my ends now, to give it that proper ombre look and really, really enhance my color. And like most people would worry, like even I would worry, like processing your hair twice on the same day, but I trusted her. And yeah, it turned out okay. So again, I will emphasize here that I know there's so many botch jobs out there, but just try and find a professional if you aren't sure, if you can do something yourself. Like, just look for someone who's highly recommended and give them a shot. Yeah. But I honestly wouldn't have done this myself. I don't think I would have pulled it off. So I'm glad I went to a professional, and a professional who was actually kind to my natural hair, my thin natural hair, and yeah, and just did what I asked. Yeah. So anyways, this is her going in a second time, and this time she also added color to my roots. So the first time there was nothing on my roots, and that's something else, you guys. Like, I know some of you know what hot roots are like, and if you don't know what hot roots are, it's when people apply hair dye directly to their scalp and then put a plastic bag on, and then once they take it out, like, the hair closest to their scalp is like 5 shades lighter than everything else. Like, I was so afraid of getting hot roots. I've seen so many people walk around with hot roots, but yeah, this wasn't the case. I'm so glad once again that Esnart knew what she was doing. So yeah, the second time around is when she went in for my tips to make them lighter, and then for my roots, which didn't have color at first during the first process. Hopefully you're following. But yeah, this is basically what we did, and then she just carried on for the rest of my hair. So while we're here, in case anybody was wondering about how much all this cost, I did this on the 5th of November, and today is what, like the 9th of December. Like, it's been over a month. So I won't really mention prices, but I will leave a link in the description box. And I made a booking for highlights, and I also paid separately for a deep conditioning treatment, as well as the mini twist that I had done. So it was like 3 separate things that I paid for. But yeah, in terms of the box color, we used 3 packs of the Inecto in the color caramel blonde, and the boxes of hair dye were part of the highlights charge, at least for me anyways. And please, this was not sponsored. I used my own money. So yeah, this is what it was looking like the second time around. And again, I did not put a plastic cap over my head during the color processing. It was very hot that day. I'm not sure if it was because of that. But then at this point, this is after like 20 minutes had gone by, and I had rinsed out the color, and then my hair was washed and deep conditioned. So this is deep conditioner, and I didn't sit under a steamer. I just sat on the chair for like 15 to 20 minutes. And this is what my hair looked like with deep conditioner in it. Like we just detangled it, and this is what it looked like with the deep conditioner in it before I went to rinse that out. Yeah. So this is now the end of the coloring process, and I opted to have just some mini twists done as my style. And yeah, this is what my hair looked like. I was so happy, you guys. Like, I was so glad. And it was actually what I wanted. It was what I wanted. And this is her just taking some pictures for me to show me what my roots look like. But yeah, this was the highlight session that I did. And this is her just applying some leave-in conditioner. And I think later on she also added some oil. But yeah, she was just applying some products and then detangling my hair before going in with the style. So yeah, once again, huge shout out to Esnart. She was my stylist slash hair colorist or technician, and I am really really glad it turned out okay. Like, I went there like open minded to have a botch job, and I was like, you know what, if things go south, I could always grow it out, I could always cut it. But I am so glad that it turned out okay. And even though my hair was processed twice, it didn't fall off. Like, it didn't fall off there and then. She knew what she was doing, and again, like, I'm so glad. Yeah, so this is us. This is her, rather, not us, but her just detangling before going in with some mini twists. Oh, so and she'd also applied some oil. Yeah, I guess to seal all the product in that she had used. So yeah, during this process, she was really really helpful, and she gave me a lot of tips. She gave me advice on what to do going forward, and I think I can detail that in my next video, whenever that will be. Like, I am so sorry for the late uploads, but yeah, I don't want to make this one too lengthy. But she just gave some general tips of what I should do now that my hair is color treated, because obviously it's not the same. And also my hair is very it's genetically very thin, so I really do have to be careful now and not, be lazy and the like. And yeah, it was basically, that kind of thing that we talked about. And also she did mention that with the color that she used, I don't necessarily have to do touch-ups very often, like every 6 weeks and the like. She said a minimum of 4 months is fine. And she said this could last even 6 months, but I'm skeptical about 6 months. But she said that the color would last 6 months, and it actually gets brighter as time goes by, allegedly. But I've always thought Inecto was a water-based hair color. Like, correct me if I'm wrong. So yeah, I just assumed that it would wash off after a couple of washes. But yeah, I shall see, as time goes by. And yeah, that's pretty much how this salon visit went. And this is me just showing you how the finished results were with the mini twists. Just, something simple. And this is the box dye that we use, Inecto, in the color caramel blonde, and we use 3 boxes like I mentioned before. And for those who are wondering, it was part of the charge for highlights. And again, I will leave links in the description box. And yeah, thank you so very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.